Welcome to North Georgia Now Today. Today is Friday. It is the end of an absolutely glorious week.
Really?
Yes.
Where have you been?
Oh, it's been glorious, y'all. We have had the animal kingdom. We have had treasures and travels. We have had all kinds of things weird happen to us this week. And this morning, for the first time in 4 years, I did not have a way to work.
I know.
Because last night, when Freddie Brackett said, "Did you get everything out of my car you need?" I said, "Sure." Well, he's gone. My keys are in his car. So this morning, I'm down on 515, hitching me a ride.
And you should see her. Okay, my brother's truck is so high up, I have to climb in it. And I'm like, you know, one leg in and pull me in.
And I can't do it. I tried it and I couldn't do it.
And they pull up beside me, and my phone will not take pictures anymore. And I didn't have my regular camera. And when they pulled up in Nick's truck, I was laughing. I was like, where is my camera when I need it? Because I knew she's going to have to fall out. Because I know I have to.
I said, "Nicholas, where is the stool that I used to get up in this truck?" And he said, "Oh, I left it at the house." And I said, "How do you expect me to get out, son?" He said, "Roll out." So what did I do?
She had to jump out.
It was so funny.
It's pitiful for short people to try to get in
you
that boy's
reckon them
truck.
people at Talking Rock took pictures of that? Because we're on the side of the road about Talking Rock, Georgia.
Oh my gosh.
And I am rolling out of one vehicle, getting into another, and thank you very much for the ride.
And something else y'all don't know about her. Other than Freddie Brackett, she lets no one ever drive her. I have driven her just minimal times in my life and had to beg her. She was deathly sick.
Deathly sick.
Today she's had 2 drivers and they were both her kids.
Yeah, that is not me, y'all. That is just not me. And for everybody who's looking at my neck and thinking I had a date with Dracula last night, I went swimming and I got bit.
They got you good.
I got bit 4 times by flying ants, I guess. They look like a big black ant, and they land in the pool and they nailed me 4 times.
They're awful.
So I look like I have had a date with Count Dracula, and I did not. So for everybody going, "What's that on her neck?" Well, it's bug bites. And it was one of those things. And this morning, this is kind of the way the week has gone. We have had an entertaining week. Now, it was going along pretty smooth. Everything's cool, calm, and collected until Nature Girl here
nearly steps on a snake in the office.
Walks in there and goes to screaming. And, you know, she can scream
Loudly.
loud. Yeah.
And jump back about 5 feet.
And then I went to save the day by getting Freddie a broom.
A Swiffer.
No, a broom
A broom first.
A broom first. And I said, "Well, just sweep the snake out of here." And he's like, "I want to kill it, not clean it." And I said, "Okay."
You should have seen him. I mean, it was total chaos because we wanted to find the snake, which we still have not done.
No.
He's still living with us.
Yes.
Before he got away.
Yes.
Well,
But what
Freddie
did the
is
message-
begging for a hoe. Mama's looking around. "I don't see one. We don't have one." He's like, "Get me a hoe."
And the second thing I got him was what?
The Swiffer.
A Swiffer. So for you folks who have Swiffers at home, they are not
So
snake
once
friendly.
I finally ran across the street to Ace Hardware, bought a hoe very fast, came back, the snake had already disappeared. I guess my screams sent it into hiding.
Her
But
scream
anyway,
sent me into hiding. It was pretty bad.
Anyway, so then when we stopped looking for the moment, Freddie's like, "I've never in my life had to beg so hard for a hoe." It's ridiculous.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was like, "I just wanted a hoe."
But I thought the broom would get it, and then I realized. Now, Angela, you know how fishing stories go? A guy catches a big, massive fish, and he says it's this big. And then his kid says, "Daddy, I was with you. It was this big." How big was the snake really?
The snake was really this big.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See,
Okay.
they think I'm crazy or delusional. They didn't see it, therefore they don't panic. I'm the one, I wear my boots to work every day, okay? And I carry a Glock now. My pistol is in the back of my pants everywhere I go in the shop because I'm so scared. And every little thing, a bug landed on me the other day, I jumped. The little air freshener thing that goes psst, every 10 minutes or whatever, I jump. The printer goes off, I jump. And it's because they didn't see the snake.
No.
I saw him under my foot and then take off like this.
Oh my gosh.
So
I
if they
would've-
had
I'd have
seen
died.
it, their nerves would be as shot as mine.
Well, people keep saying, well, it's a friendly snake, it's a good snake. That was a good kind of snake. To me, the only kind of good snake is a dead snake.
And I have been doing research, and I found it, okay, it is non-venomous, yes. It is an eastern garter snake. However, those things have up to 50 live babies, not eggs, at a time. Now, either he's got 49 siblings in the office with us we haven't found yet, or she could be pregnant.
Or it might be a boy and he might not have any friends at all.
I'm sure there's a girl around somewhere.
We're hoping he has no friends at all. But this weekend, we're going to empty out the building and we're going to massively pack everything away, and we're getting it out of there until we find
They just don't
the
get
snake.
it.
Now,
I'm
if y'all
scared
have
to
remedies,
death.
if you have remedies so far, the only thing everybody keeps telling me the same thing: put out mothballs. Well, now we both smell like a mothball
I don't
because
care.
everywhere we are
I
mothballs.
do the snake.
Yeah.
Then, you
Yeah.
know, I go in my, and I'm constantly, Nick was sitting in the office, in Mama's office yesterday morning, and I had to go out and get something. I came back in, and I'm constantly hitting the walls and the doors. And I mean, as I come through, I'm kicking stuff, and, you know, because I never know where the little fool is hiding. And he thought somebody was there, and he's like, yeah, come on in. Yeah. I said, it's me trying to get the snake. I mean, my nerves are shot.
And it is truly not a poisonous snake.
I don't care.
Yeah, but and a guy just sent us a message on my BlackBerry that said, black and yellow,
Friend of fellow.
friend of fellow.
No, not when you're having a heart attack.
No. And I said, that is the thing. Do you remember the day that Bill Senior played the trick on me? And
Yes.
I walked in here and he said, you have a stack of mail on your desk.
Yes.
And I walked over to my desk and I picked up the mail, and under it was a snake.
A rubber snake.
And it was a rubber snake, but it scared the dickens out of me.
Yes.
And Bill got in big trouble over it
Yes.
because I am truly so scared
But I
of
keep
them.
asking her, are you not paranoid in here? How can you stand it? I mean, I can't, I look under my desk, I got my feet propped up all the
Y'all,
time.
the key to this is
And
her
it's
desk.
because she didn't see it.
But her office is such a mess, y'all.
Garlic.
Oh,
Where
good.
is Jim Thurston when you need him?
Oh, wonderful. We can do that. And
Like
Billy the
vampires.
Exterminator just called in and
said
we can
use
do that.
garlic.
Honey, we know garlic.
I
we
love
know
garlic.
This
Thank
is,
God.
It's going to be a good weekend. We are going to rid ourselves of this critter. Because
And
if
hope he
all-
has no friends.
Well, if all else fails, Lonnie's coming Sunday to spend the day to de-snake the building. This one snake, we have big roll-up doors, and the trucks come in and out the doors. And I'm sure because we have a lot of trees behind the building,
Yes.
it's hot and it's been dry, and the snake decided it wanted to be on the cool concrete. And I don't blame the snake at all. I would want to be in the air conditioning too. So,
But they're reptiles. They need heat.
well,
That's
they need
why,
to be
and then,
gone.
and then someone says, well, you know, they're really bad if they get in an office to get in your copy machines and your printers and stuff because it's nice and warm in there.
Yeah. Ooh, hush now.
Well, you got two sitting by your desk, sister, so.
I know. No, I'm dreading it. This has been a very bad week in America, and a lot of
Yes.
people, and we're not going to talk about it much, but I want to say something about the whole Casey Anthony fiasco, I guess you could call it, is approaching being over. The one thing that we need to remember, Kaylee is with Jesus.
Right.
Kaylee is at peace. She is, you know, her hard times are over. Now, her mother is facing hard times for the rest of her life because
Yes.
although she was not sentenced to squat, she was sentenced to a life of nobody will ever believe this girl again.
No.
So she
And
pretty
rightly
much
so.
she pretty much sentenced herself. But during this week, I've looked at some very positive stories about children.
Mm-hmm.
There are children who were adopted into loving families. There were children who are being raised by grandmothers, and two of those little girls were going to be with us today, and something changed that. But there are people who step up to the plate and take care of children. And if you know of a child who needs food and care and is possibly in a home where there are drugs going on, step up to the plate and be that child's friend, you know. And I said something on Facebook yesterday, and this is something, Kaylee doesn't live in pain and horror. Her pain and horror is over, and she's with Jesus. There are children every single day of the world that happen to them by family members, by people that you know and trust who are molested. And the thing today,
like that J.C. Dugard.
yeah, she, that program is going to air, and there are children who have been harmed by people that they thought loved them. There are people who continue to harm children. If you can step up, and if you see something, if you're a teacher, if you're a preacher, if you're a counselor, if you see something in a child that's not quite right, you saw that one time, and you didn't report it to the mom.
Right.
You should have.
I know.
You should have, because most children show signs of physical or sexual abuse in some way. They either withdraw, they change their pattern of how they do things, they start bedwetting. There are so many children today.
Critters told me some really, for sure, signs being a teacher. That she's seen at school.
Kaylee isn't hurting anymore, but the world is full of hurting children. And you as an adult and as a good, responsible person, if you see a child that needs to be reached out to, if you see a child that needs to be talked to, because quite often the child is in shame and holds these things back.
Well, the people tell them, they threaten them. And then they say, well, I love you, and that's why I'm doing this to you, or, I mean, there's all kinds of reasons, but you're so scared that you're afraid nobody will believe you, and you can't tell it because then the person will really hurt you. Worse. And that's so sad.
But while we've paid all this attention to Kaylee and Casey, I've been thinking so much about children who are left aside, children who are abused, children who are neglected. Kaylee is with Jesus, so Kaylee's good. Casey is going to have a dose of her own medicine for the rest of her life. But as a Sunday school teacher, as there are so many times you can reach out. You will see that a child is hurting, and you will see that a child needs.
There are surefire signs.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you have an opportunity, if you're just, if you might be a Boy Scout leader, a Girl Scout leader, and you see one particular child who shies away and who has those inhibitions of holding back, then quite often.
Girls and boys, not just girls, but boys, any kind of abuse.
And the sad thing is, as an adult, you grow up, and if we don't stop the abuse right now, and if we don't get the kids help, then as adults, they have to deal with it themselves. Quite often, suicide, drinking, drugs, they can't deal with it. And so today, don't focus on that negative stuff that's been happening for 3 years. It's over, it's done. Let's look at what we can do to help hurting children. And every single one of us can do that. And today, I wanted to have some little girls on who nothing was ever done bad to them. These little girls have got an awesome life, but they lost their mom this year.
And their father's been very sick.
Very, very sick. But their grandparents have stepped up to the plate. And I said, every single one of us can step up to the plate and can help somebody. And I hope they'll be out in the near future. And it's funny.
Yeah, they're not doing it for abuse. They're doing it for health reasons.
Right. I got to get a tissue. I'm going to sneeze. Can you do those birthdays right quick?
Well, first I have a very special anniversary for Dennis and Clarice Dean of Epworth. July the 8th, 50 years of marriage, and that is a really monumental feat, and I'm so proud of them. Ashley Barker on July 7th, happy birthday. Deanna Green, 12 years old on July 7th, happy birthday. And Braden Barker, 3 years old on July 7th, so happy birthday.
Okay, let's put those in the birthday drawing, and you know that we do a cake. Once a week, we give away a cake, and I have to say in the near future, my crew is going to get some barbecue. Because I talked to Oscar Poole yesterday, and I said, we got a hungry crew down there. If you're hungry this weekend, find a local restaurant. Go enjoy some great Southern cooking, whether it be barbecue or country fried steak and gravy, or, so many things that we offer in our community.
Not for dinner. Country fried steak and gravy.
Well, I have done nothing but fry squash. I'm like the frying squash queen now. And I don't know if we're sick of it yet or not. I think Nick could eat it for breakfast. But the gardens are coming in. Y'all have done amazing jobs. And if you have an opportunity to sell your products, you can get in touch with the Market Bulletin. And it is I think it's $10 a year now.
Where did those big old tomatoes come from yesterday?
Those big old tomatoes came from Don's garden at home, not the ball ground garden, and they were called Cherokee Reds, I think. And they kind of looked ugly. They were big and dark, but taste.
When you slice those bad fellas, they're bigger than a hamburger around.
Yeah.
And it's like having a big old hunk of meat in your sandwich.
It was
awesome. So good.
It was awesome. But so many gardens have done so well. And tomorrow in Jasper, they have the farmers market every Saturday morning. That place is packed. So if you have an opportunity to go check out the farmers market, and I think there's one here in Gilmer County. I need to check on that. There used to be. But so many of you are sharing your vegetables with your neighbors, with your friends, either selling it or sharing it. And I have to say a big thank you to my cousin Gail, who is making pickle relish for me on the halves, and let me tell you something, that girl has made me some pickle relish. It is so good. It is so good.
You can just eat it with a spoon. You don't need anything to go with it.
And if you have overage in your garden and you would like to participate in the family meal that's up at Copper Hill United Methodist Church, get in touch with Joyce Bryson, because you can be part of the families, the churches, the volunteers who are feeding the hungry. They're having about 100 people every Monday. It's been awesome. But as the vegetables come in, man, you could boil up a big old pot of squash, you know. But you have to go to the church to do this. They have rules and regulations to do it. But 100 people eat there every week. And we want to say a very special thank you to a man who has been a part of that from almost day one, David White.
Yeah.
And everybody saw the shock in my eyes when I got the note about him. He had given us this diagnosis 2 weeks ago, but asked us not to share it. So when it was called in, I wouldn't do it, and I'm still not going to until David says, okay. He meets with the doctors again, I believe, July the 18th. Either the 16th or the 18th. Until then, until they say absolutely 100% what it is, we're not going to, all we're going to do is please pray for him. He is such a good guy. He is such a good guy.
And he always smells good.
He is a sweetheart.
You always want a hug from him so you can smell him.
He is a good guy, and he loves to go to Rome Braves ball games. Tomorrow night at Singing in the Mountains, we're going to give away some tickets to the Braves games again. We do this every year at Singing in the Mountains. These are compliments of ETC, not ETC3, ETC. And you will get an opportunity when you come by and talk to Rich and I, meet us, spend a little time with us, just put your name in the drawing, and there you go. Somebody gets an opportunity to win. I think we're going to give away a total of about 12. So good opportunity for a family to have a really good vacation, a staycation over at the Rome. The Braves Park over there is really, really pretty, and it's near a river, and you could take a picnic. It's just, it's going to be a good day for some families. So. Now, yesterday we had Lucy Harris on, and Lucy's becoming a regular because we're talking about something that's very, very special. It is almost the most amazing honor that's ever come to LJ. We have a group of people from New York who are going to come to LJ and make a big difference in LJ recovery from the tornado. It was unbelievable, some of the things that happened. Houses were skipped over, not touched at all, and then places right next door to them completely destroyed. So we talked about that yesterday, and we're going to go now to our sponsors. Then we're going to go to a clip about what's going to be happening in LJ. I think it's July 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Right in there, you can volunteer, you can bring food, you can bring a hammer and nails, you can hang out, and you can help rebuild the animal barn that, man, it was unreal because things around it were not touched and it was completely destroyed. So, but we're gonna share that segment with you, and it's about 5 minutes. So grab you a cup of coffee, sit back, and don't forget, my buddy Rich Scott comes on right behind us every day. The weekend is a great time to clean out. Now, we're going to be cleaning out for a different reason, but we're going to be cleaning out and getting rid of, if you have things that you don't use, I think the rule is if you don't wear it in 2 years, you need to get rid of it. You can even sell clothes.
But then there's those shows that some of us need to be on called Hoarders.
Hoarders, yeah. I know somebody. I was laughing a while ago because I thought if that snake got in her office, we could never find that snake because it's under some of her memorabilia somewhere. So
I know.
Yeah,
I'm too daggone sentimental about stuff.
Bad. You got to get rid of that junk. So, but anyway, today we are going to share a little bit more about what's going to happen here in Gilmer County the last of July. Then we're going to go to some music by a couple of people who you will see on the Grand Ole Opry stage if you go to the Grand Ole Opry. They were here in the studio with us. They did some music after we came off the set, and we're going to share Ben Stillwater and Diane Berry. Diane is a backup singer who has backed up and sung for some of the greatest country artists anywhere. So we're going to go to some of their music, and we're going to feature a lady at the end of the program that is, she's something else. She is something else. Her name is Miss Cherie. She's going to be at Fannin Singing in the Mountains tomorrow night. She is a local girl and absolutely amazing talent. So sit back today, get your coffee, finish your oatmeal, and be ready for just a good day of what we do in this community, and what we do is give back. And Cherie is one of those people, volunteers, she does events, and if you want to get in touch with her, do that. She is a member of McCaysville First Baptist Church, and that's where we found her the first time, standing down front and center singing Amazing Talent. Local talent once again on ETC3 in just a few minutes.
Kind of real important too, Mr. Charlie Vichers. And Charlie, tell us your role that you will be playing in this big event coming down the jet.
Well, in all the years I've been with the New York Says Thank You Foundation, it's been the same role every year, which is to take contractors that come to all of these builds from the different communities and put them all together on these major builds with an area of their own expertise. So we'll have a crew that'll come in and do some foundation work, and then split up the carpenters with the guys that will be installing windows. We have a specific crew of guys and women that come and do the roofing, and all the different aspects of a construction site. When you have that many people together, they all need to have a task ahead of time, so that when they come, they have the right tools and they're well prepped, and we can run a nice, big, safe job. That's the most important.
Now, one of the things that we had discussed in the preliminary meetings today was, with these volunteers, if you have your own tools, bring them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Most of the contractors or the volunteers that are coming from around will arrive with pickup trucks, with trailers, and they will have all of the tools of their trade with them for the most part.
Okay, so you folks heard that. If you're interested in being a part of this project, bring your own tools. That would be most helpful,
yes,
I'm sure. Now, another thing that was brought up today that I thought was very interesting was a woman crane operator.
Yes, we have a woman by the name of Pia Hoffman. She lives and works in New York City, and she is the only female in New York City that possesses a long boom crane license, which is a very hard license to get in Manhattan. Pia was one of the grappler operators and heavy equipment operators during the cleanup down at Ground Zero, where we met. We became friends very quickly, and when I met Jeff and decided to go to the first build that I was with him, I dragged Pia with me. She now will not miss anyone any more than I will. She will be here every time.
Well, we're looking forward to meeting her and to getting to know her. From what I have heard, you have played a pretty important part on the 9/11 Ground Zero. Exactly what was your job there?
Well, when the attacks on the Trade Center took place on September 11th, my occupation at the time, and still is as a general superintendent for major buildings in New York City. What I do is I build high-rise skyscrapers from the ground up. I've been doing it for well over 30 years now. On that particular day, I got a call, and I ended up down at the site on September 11th, towards the early part of the evening. And I remained on site as the general superintendent for 9 months.
That had to have been a gut-wrenching job.
The challenges down there were very unique. The most focused areas was to do similar to what we're doing here in LJ. You'll have 500 people show up. Everybody wants something to do. Not everybody will be able to work on the barn. So you're going to have people doing landscaping. You'll have people doing painting. You'll be doing bench building. We'll try and get some picnic tables made. Everybody with a skill will be given something to do. So the roll down at Ground Zero was very similar at the onset, because we had been inundated with over 8,000 people that arrived at the site within the first 48 hours to, I'd say, up until the first week.
That's incredible.
And so I was one of many contracting companies that ended up arriving on that day. And we sat around the table for twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day for weeks, until we established what the protocol was going to be in order to move forward to do a proper recovery of everyone that had died down there. So it was a collection of a lot of great people that I got to meet by being down there, and we continue as friends to this day.
Charlie, and particularly on Saturday night, when we have this great music that's going to be coming forth from 7 until 10 o'clock, Bring Your Chairs again, and we're going to make Charlie a star that night. We're going to put him on that stage, and you're going to be a star because he's a picker too. He's a picker. He loves bluegrass music, so we're going to have a fun night.
I don't know if I can live up to the professional level, but I'm sure we're going to have fun trying.
We will have fun. We will have fun. Thank you so much, Charlie.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And we're looking forward to having all of you down with us.
Very good. We're looking forward to it just as much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, everybody has a memory of what was happening on 9/11. And I think the great thing about this foundation is it is about what is happening on 9/12. What have we done after the fact to help each other and to give back and to give back? And this is amazing that this many people, y'all think about it. I don't know if y'all know it, but New York City is about 1,040 miles away from us. Those folks are coming a long way away. Yeah. I have 2 trucks going into Brooklyn next week, and it is funny because it's like when you have loads going into New York, the drivers are like, oh no, not New York City. But these folks are coming from, it is a tough place in a tractor and trailer. These folks are loading up their personal tools, and they are coming to be with us here in Gilmer County. It is going to be an amazing, amazing event. And I would say it will be worthy of national coverage. So it is going to be amazing to see what happens when after 9/11 and 9/12 begins, we give back. We give back. So, and that is what American, you know, that's our spirit. That's what we do. I think that's why so many people continue to say, what can I do to help? What can I do to help? Nobody ever, even if you have a bucket of tomatoes that you grew in your garden, you can make tomato sandwiches to feed the volunteers. You know, there are so many things that you can do. Now, is that the 50-year anniversary? What is their names?
Dennis and Clarice Dean.
Clarice Dean. Okay. Happy anniversary. Can you imagine 50 years? That is awesome.
That's really wonderful. If you make it 50 years together.
It's amazing.
It is. What a blessing.
Well, this week we talked about a benefit that's going on for a 38-year-old man. And I asked Angela, did she know him? And she did, and his name is James Randy Reed. And there's another Randy Reed from down around Ball Ground. But this is James Randy Reed, and the benefit is going to be held at Tate. It is going to be held next door to the fire department in Tate, beginning at 3 o'clock on Saturday. If you can bake a cake, if you can come out and buy food, a drink, whatever, anything you can do to give back to help this young man. Massive stroke. He is still in the hospital. I believe the stroke happened while he was in Charleston, South Carolina. He is still in the hospital there, and they're trying to get the money to bring him home and get him some care here at home. So nobody wants to be away from home. But at 38 years old, none of us are, you know, it could happen anywhere, anytime. And, and we've laughed about that snake all week, and I said it didn't matter what kind of snake it was. I could have a heart attack if I see the snake. So, but this young man, no sign, no warning signs, you know, just happened to him. So, so please show up this Saturday at Tate at 3 o'clock. And if you live in the Tate area, there's a lot of hype going on, a lot of talk about post offices closing.
Yes, please don't.
We love the little Tate post office. And there are signatures being gathered. I don't know if it's going to help or not. But I've heard that they are really, really trying to save these little post offices. The little post office is like, we need that, you know, but it's happening. And the Tate post office is right there on the way. And we have learned you can get to the Tate post office and back to the office in less time than you can get to the first red light in Jasper. So.
Yes. I mean, seriously, I live like a mile and a half from the Tate post office, but we work 5 miles from it.
But it's so convenient.
Almost exactly.
Yeah.
But I would much rather, if I have anything to do with the post office, I always tell Mama, if I have to go to the Jasper one, because we do have a post office box there, which we need to change it. But if I do have to go to Jasper, it takes me double the time.
The traffic to get there is so different.
Traffic,
yeah.
It's always a line, it's slow, you know, everything.
Post office is busy.
And I love to just get in my little car, zip down to Tate. Our cousin Juanita will take care of you and
Right.
do whatever you need, and it's fast.
Well, I understand that Marble Hill, I believe they've already closed it.
That's so
They are
sad.
closing some local post office, and Talking Rock, I understand it's on the chopping block, which is sad. It is very sad to me because the post office is like the post, and it's kind of a gathering place
In all
for
these little
people.
places, you know, Marble Hill needs one because that's that much more gas that a lot of people don't have jobs right now, and gas is, you know, you try to do everything in a row so that you don't have to backtrack and run around. And if they take their post office from that little community, then they're going to have to travel
I think
farther.
they've already taken it.
You know, it's going to cost more. It's a losing
So,
situation.
write letters, y'all. That's
Yes.
write letters. Call your congressman. Call whoever. Call Mr. U.S. Postal Service. Call whoever you can. And you know, we whine about the cost. How much does it cost to mail a letter today?
44, I believe.
44 cents?
We buy
Okay.
mother rolls, so I don't know.
Now think about it. If you were going to travel across America, 44 cents is not a big deal.
Right.
And I think one of the things that's hurting the post office, a lot of people do things online. Most of what we do automatic deposits in our account from our customers now. And that may be hurting the Postal Service. But
Yeah.
they run rain, sleet, or snow. Let me tell you, they are out there. So to the U.S. Postal Service, we say we hope it works out for you, and we hope the jobs are transferred and nobody loses their job over this. So you got a prayer request?
I do. It is for Misty Gravely.
Mitzi. It's Mitzi.
Mitzi.
Yeah.
Gravely Pack.
Yeah.
Her cancer has spread extensively.
Wow. Okay, the benefit was
So.
for Mitzi last weekend. She is an awesome, awesome lady, and that is, we know that prayers are answered. So once again, we're going to ask you to pray for her. Mitzi is about 40-something?
She's young.
Young. She's young. And if you ever had your hair done, I know Miss Hazel Mosley, Mitzi did her hair for many, many years. So please pray for her. And she has a beautiful daughter, Savannah. So there you go. Her cancer has spread extensively. So
my goodness.
please pray for her and pray that there is God's will be done. So, all right, we're going to take a break now while we get some music on the way to you. These folks came in from Nashville. And one of them, I guess you would describe he is long, tall, and lean. This boy
He
was
was so tall.
6'6" or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like the Jolly Green Giant, but he sings very mellow, very good cowboy type country music. Yeah, and then with him came Diane Berry. They both perform in Nashville, and we were lucky enough to have them with us. And Diane is on stage at the Grand Ole Opry many, many Saturday nights. If you go there, you will see
A lot of famous people.
She is awesome. So
Yeah,
we're going to
she's
go
one
now.
of those you just want to say, "Can I touch you?"
We're going to go now to Ben Stillwater and Miss Diane Berry from Nashville. And they came to visit with us, I believe it was last spring. So here we go.
Springtime here is with the song, mountain winds blow, where true love is found, in the mountains all around, so far away, didn't I stay? I miss Montana in the spring. Springtime here is with a song that old Lockie sings from a fence post by a road overlooking such a place so far away. Didn't I just stay? I miss Montana in the spring. So far away, didn't I just stay? I miss Montana in the spring. Well, thanks a lot for singing with me on that one.
That was beautiful.
You got one you want to sing?
I do. I told you earlier that my idol in country music is Connie Smith. This is one of my favorite songs I like to sing of hers. This little cheerful thing. It's called I Ain't Had No Lovin'.
Is there a 6th chord in that?
There's a bunch of chords in that, but
Oh.
just watch.
Jump in and hang on.
Hang on.
All right.
I ain't done one single thing this morning except for crying all alone. I ain't had no loving since you've been gone, and I ain't gonna get no love until you come home. Nobody's been the same since you left me. Everything's gone from right to wrong. I ain't had no loving since you've been gone, and I ain't gonna get no love until you come home. Smiles of yesterday now find me crying. The red and golden rainbows turn to blue. With every breath I take, I feel like dying. Life just ain't worth living without you. But each and every day I've been without you is one more hurting, lonely day too long. I ain't had no loving since you've been gone, and I ain't gonna get no love until you come home. I ain't had no loving since you've been gone, and I ain't gonna get no love until you come home.
All right.
Kind of cheerful, but
Yeah. There's a lot of chords now.
oh no. I sing that one that Paul Jones was talking about, the one he wanted to hear you sing.
Oh, the rifle song. Yeah, that's on my first CD. We can sing that one,
Okay.
I think. That's in C if you want to play it.
Okay.
There's an A minor.
Okay.
The sun is sinking in the west. Cattle go down to the stream. Redwing settles in their nest. It's time for a cowboy to dream. Purple light, the canyon, that is where I long to be with my 3 good companions. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. Gonna hang my sombrero on a limb of a tree. Coming home, sweet my darling. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. No more cows to the roping, no more strays. Well, I see coming home, sweet my darling. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. Oh, cowboy too.
Sure enough, cowboy tune.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Let's do Old Lonesome Me. You want to sing that?
okay.
Do you remember how to do it?
My Don Gibson's Lonesome.
Yeah. Do that in C.
See? I'll follow you.
Alright. But everybody's going out and having fun. I'm just a fool staying home, having none. I can't get over how she set me free. Oh, lonesome me. I bet she's not like me. She's out in fancy free. you know I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. I thought of everything that made it seem. Oh, lonesome me. I'll bet she's not like me. She's out in the fancy free, flirting with the boys and all her charm. Oh, but I still love her so. Brother, don't you know I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. Thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me. What's that one? You should have got the high note on the end.
Okay, we've been talking about New York says thank you all week now. Nashville says thank you for sending us the kind of talent. Man, they are really, really good.
Yep.
Good couple. Now, tell me about this birthday.
July
years old?
3rd, 2 years old, Miss Leah Crawford. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. And if you have prayer requests, you know you can call us at 866-939-2329. I have some CDs I want to give away. Angela, get me those. These are compliments of our friends, the Promise Quartet, now known as Promise. So we're going to give these away today. We're going to give away one more. We'll have a good time. So pay attention to what we've talked about this week. Think about what we've talked about. Okay, we're going to go right now to Miss Cherie Pack. She is a local girl, done good. She is an amazing talent, and this was up at Harbor Ministries at a seminar that Denise Caldwell did. I'm thinking we did this maybe February or so, seems like. But this is local talent, and so many people came together for that seminar. I met an amazing lady that I've had on the program before. If you have an opportunity to go and get to know the folks at Harbor Ministries, do it. Visit them one Sunday for church. Or go over to McCaysville First Baptist, and you'll get to hear Miss Cherie Pack, where she sings quite regularly. But here we go to Miss Cherie Pack from McCaysville, Georgia.
This is called Your Hands. I have unanswered prayers. I have trouble I wish wasn't there. And I've asked 1,000 ways. You would take my pain away. You would take my pain away. I'm trying to understand how to walk this weary land. Make straight the path, that crooked line. Oh Lord, before these feet of mine. Oh Lord, before these feet of mine. When my world is shaking, heaven stands. And when my heart is breaking, I never leave bow the knee. Lift your eyes toward heaven and believe the one who holds eternity. And when you don't understand the purpose of His plan, in the presence of the King, bow the knee. There are days when clouds surround us and the rain begins to fall. The cold and lonely winds won't cease to blow. And there seems to be no reason for the suffering we feel. We are tempted to believe God does not know. When the storms arise, don't forget we live by faith and not by sight. Bow the knee, trust the heart of your Father when the answer goes beyond what you can see. Bow the knee, lift your eyes toward heaven and believe the one who holds eternity. And when you don't understand the purpose of His plan, in the presence of the King, bow the knee. Trust the heart of your Father when the answer goes beyond what you can see. Bow the knee, lift your eyes toward heaven and believe the one who holds eternity. And when you don't understand the purpose of His plan, in the presence of the King, bow the knee.
Okay,
She's
a
very
little
good.
sample. She's awesome. A little sample of the music you will hear at Singing in the Mountains this weekend. Austin Best will be there. The Kaylors will be there. Back to Bethany will be there. Promise will be there. Many other groups and 100-person plus choir. So please come out and be with us in Fannin County. You've got another birthday.
I do. Mr. Tyler Dixon on July the 9th, 1 year old.
1 year old. Happy birthday to Tyler. You too will go in the birthday drawing, and we're about to do that drawing. Now, I want to give away some CDs. This is Promise Quartet, and we're going to ask you a question. On Tuesday, Brother Matt wasn't here, and I told y'all why wasn't Brother Matt here. Some of you paid attention, some of you didn't. You knew that the week before we talked about this, and we talked about he was going to be exercising his right to use something he just got and he just had gone to school for. So call us at 866-939-2329 if you know why Brother Matt wasn't here Tuesday. But we will tell you, Tuesday and Wednesday, we got a lot of emails, a lot of calls, a lot of letters. Y'all love Tuesday and Wednesday show. It's been a fun week. It's been a good week. So thank you for tuning in. We're also going to give away another, what one's that, Storyteller? We're going to give away Living for the Call by the Promise Quartet. If you can call and tell me, where did Rich, Scott, and I go after the parade last Saturday in Fannin County? He did, in the big truck. Matt Dobler has his CDL now, and he's driving the big truck to Washington
Can't
State.
believe that.
Yeah, he's actually already home now. So he did, and we have a winner for that one. The next question is, after last week's Fannin County Parade, Where did Rich, Scott, and I go? They gave away over 500 hot dogs, and I talked about this on Tuesday. They ran out of food. They had so many people. It was amazing. It was a great, great day for a big business in Fannin County. So call us at 866-939-2329 if you know, where did Rich, Scott, and I go after we got off their float. Freddie was... It was so funny. It's like our day was planned, and we were like racing around, and he's like, where next? Where next? Where are we going next? So this was our second stop after the parade. Call us at 866-939-2329, and we talked about it on Facebook too, because I found some stuff up there that was really comfortable, and I got really comfortable. Yes, we did go to Town and Country up in Fannin County, and so we have a winner on that one. Now the next question is, if I am going to eat chicken livers in Fannin County, where do I go? Y'all have to know this, because Tuesdays it was kind of like a religious affair for us. We always went until I was sentenced to desk prison.
Yes.
And now that I have been sentenced to desk prison because Miss Kathy is raising grandbabies, I actually don't get to go as often as I would like to, but if you can tell me where do I show up as often as possible, where Mr. Brackett eats real taters and I eat chicken livers, call us 866-939-2329. Angela, let's draw this birthday cake.
Okay.
All right. If you have birthdays, the yellow jacket, yay.
And if you're their Facebook friend, she puts the specials up every day.
Right. And
Yeah.
I can tell you tonight the special is spaghetti. Spaghetti. And she makes really good spaghetti. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to Diane Stenberg from Aunt Lois on July the 5th. Happy birthday to you. And this is the winner for our cake. So there you go. This has been a great week. It has been I hope a good week for you. I hope you've enjoyed doing something. I hope you will find something to do this weekend that will make you smile. We've had a lot of smiles this week. We've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of laughter. Been a lot of serious things going on in the world. You've got to stop, smell the roses, get up every morning and say, yeah, Lord, I'm at it again. Do the very best you can for somebody else today, and it will come back to it'll touch you 1,000 times. From North Georgia Now Today, we're going to end today with a song that I absolutely loved, Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning by Alan Jackson. Please think about 9/11 every single day and come out and join with us here in Gilmer County as New York says thank you. I'm Cherie.
I'm Angela, and we don't like to say goodbye. So we'll say see you later, excuse me.
We'll see you later, only on ETC3. Don't touch that dial. Here's my friend Rich Scott.
Did you stand there in shock at the sight of that black smoke rising against that blue sky? Did you shout out in anger and fear for your neighbor, or did you just sit down and cry? Did you weep for the children who lost their dear loved ones, and pray for the ones who don't know? Did you rejoice for the people who walked from the rubble and sobbed